Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And I wanted to start this with a special thank you to the Columbia Institute and to Charlie, because I'm a 3-term public school trustee, even though I look like I'm a student trustee, or at least in the photo I did. I was elected when I was 26, and the Columbia Institute was vital in inspiring our board to progressive change. They brought one of our trustees out to one of the conferences. They gave us those great books full of ideas. We've done all sorts of progressive things in politics. I represent a district with 100,000 students, a $1.1 billion budget, 213 schools across the city. And I want to talk to you today a bit about sustainability and how school boards are integral to getting our climate change strategy and sustainability initiatives embedded in all levels of government throughout our society. This is an example where school boards bound together to power 500 schools across 26 school boards by buying their own wind farm. They pooled their capital costs together and went out and did something. So good things are happening. Any Albertans here tonight? There are good things happening in Alberta. So, for example, all of the new schools that we're building, Alberta is growing. It's a booming province. We've just built like 20 new schools over the last couple of years. All of them are being built to LEED Silver certification. There's energy performance contracts going out where we're doing upgrades to our infrastructure. Like I said, 213 schools like that. There's a ton of money in those buildings that's coming out through heat leakage, bad windows, bad venting, and we're doing things about that. We're also working on solar energy and doing really neat things around that. And this isn't just about environmental efficiency. It's about the economics of it, about saving money that we can put back into classrooms, helping kids. It's about the educational opportunities for students as well too, that they get to learn about metering. They don't just think that energy and solar is magic. They get to understand why, and then they get to go home and sell it to mom and dad and parents and skeptical grandpas at the dinner table about why climate change is real and why they need to do something about it. The district is contributing to a 30 by 30 strategy. Our provincial government wants to have 30% of the province's electrical energy needs generated from renewable sources by 2030. That means also that, for example, some of the schools we're modernizing. We just picked up another $750,000 grant to do more solar energy projects. As you can see, this is from another school board in Southern Alberta, a good friend of ours, but they can fit anywhere. They're beautiful. Schools take up a ton of space in our community, as you know, and let's harvest the carrots. So we're helping our schools become more energy efficient. As you may know, Alberta's just implemented a carbon levy. Through those revenues, $5.4 billion is going to go back into the climate leadership plan, with potentially $1.8 billion going towards green infrastructure projects and opportunities. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about the opportunities across our province through, like I said, education, through the economic efficiencies, and just running better, more friendly, wonderful schools. So I'm here, welcome, thank you for having me. I'm here so you can fill me up with knowledge and send me home, because we're in the process of building a 2018 district comprehensive energy and environment strategy. And there's lots of good things, like I said, happening. We're recognizing the directions that we need to go as a province, and I want to hear from you about great things that are happening. Our cities are on board, like some of the other speakers tonight. Municipalities get it. We live this. School boards get it. We're I think the greatest opportunity here. And our premier often says to us that if we don't work together with labor, if we don't work together with the other members of our community, we're not going to have a sustainable climate change strategy. And I truly believe that having the kids on board through the schools, that they can talk about what this means and how having an energy efficient school with solar panels that'll give us energy forever is enormous. The power bill for my district is $8 million a year. So if we can do initiatives like solar energy that are going to allow us to mitigate 40% of that, that's going to be huge. So local actions, I believe, are integral. The 61 school boards of Alberta, through my colleague Julie Herdlicka at Calgary Public, who I know Charlie knows, just passed a motion last year talking about advocating for renewable education, supporting green energy, and encouraging students access to environmental education. There's almost 700,000 K-12 students in Alberta, and we got to get ready to make sure that they're aware of what's going on and they can continue to be advocates for these important challenges. But there are enemies at the gates. Let me kid you not. These are uphill battles, and if we do not embed this knowledge in not just it's the right thing to do environmentally, but also making sure that our communities are realizing that the benefits to this and seeing the improvements. This is an interesting stat. 60% of Albertans will be getting money back from the climate change strategy, but the way the media reports on it, you'd think it's bankrupting us. Another reason why, we need to talk about the benefits like our schools are realizing from the carbon levy. So I truly believe that this is about embedding leadership into locally elected officials and organizations into our capital plans, into our budgets, so that if we have a change in government in Alberta, and I'm not sure if some of you heard this guy who used to hang around Stephen Harper is now expected to be our next premier. If these initiatives are not embedded into our capital plans, into our schools, into our initiatives, into our community, it's going to be very hard for us if changes of government and other things happen to be able to keep this work moving forward. Because school boards, at the end of the day, we have some capital, but it has to be a partnership, and we need provincial investors as well. Our students and our student trustees are driving this process in our district, which we have to. And I'll quote one of them from a recent environmental education summit who said, "Climate change can be intimidating and overwhelming, but we believe the antidote to despair is action." So I look forward to talking to you more tomorrow about how we can change and take all of these great initiatives that you talked about in your municipalities and make sure the schools are a part of the solution.